But anyway, as I was saying, stop treating people bad. You know what's wrong with a lot of Christians though? They just like Aaron and Moses. Well, if they call, I might be called too. Maybe I'm called. I ain't saying you ain't called. But as for now, you might want to listen to Moses. You understand? People murmuring and arguing against Moses and all the other prophets. Tell me something good, prophet. Tell me something good. Well, in one case, there were 400 false prophets and one real. Tell me something good. I don't want to call him, man, because every time I call him over there, he never tell me no good news. He never tell me what I want to hear. Who that was? Uriah? He don't never tell me what I want to hear. But everybody else had a spirit of error in them. A false spirit that was telling them to prophesy to the king falsely. Then here come Uriah. Send for him anyway. Hey man, if you go to war, you're surely gonna die. Put him in jail. Put him in jail. I rather listen to 400. I rather go with the group. Sometimes you got a group called a get-along gang. Get-along gang. They hype each other up in deceitful matters. And they all wrong. 400 people was wrong. And Uriah would tell them the right way. You see, the right way always comes with a lot of warnings and a lot of things to take heed to. It's easy to get up there and say, today, God has gave me a word. And everybody in here is going to be blessed. Well, that's okay. Everybody in here is blessed. You're still breathing. So that's very accurate. But it's very misleading too. This year, everybody in here going to come out of financial prosperity. You're going to overflow in your bank account. That's easy to say. I can say that. And it sounds good and everybody be jumping up and down. And then come the end of the year, maybe 4, you got financially blessed. You got to be careful out here, people. Tell it like it is. Moses had no problem telling it like it is. You understand? I came from the mountain one time. Hey, y'all need to get right. But you know what? God has already prophesied about y'all people. And he has this day and age too. Give them over to their wicked imaginations to do things that are against God. They got to do it. Think about it. The closer you get time, think about this. I'm going to break it down to you. I'm going to break it down to you, people. The closer time for Jesus to come back, the world gets worse. 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 I'm here. Hear me now. The world gets worse before Jesus returns, because he got to clean up, and he got to make sure his people, which are called by his name, which operate in his will, are going to be saved. The dead in Christ will rise first. I was reading in Hebrews talking about rest. When you enter God's rest, you cease from your works. You understand? And if you didn't work for God, you're still going to cease from your works. Either way, whether you live for God or you don't, you're going to rest until that faithful day. But how you wake up, that depends on you. How you wake up depends on you. After he done laid you to sleep for so long. Because some people got to wake up to straight damnation. And some people going to wake up to the glory of God. You understand? It's going to be a frightening day. Right now, I understand the prosperity gospel is something big right now. But we're getting close, man. It's time for people to tell the truth. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. Yes, I think it's good to tell people they're on the right track when they're on the right track. Do you hear me? I think it's great to tell people they're on the right track when they're on the right track. But don't tell people they're on the right track when they ain't. That's false. That's false prophetess. By our own hands we will prevail. Everybody speak peace to their neighbor. Do you understand? Moses had no problem warning the people. He even told her to be all boastful. Once I give you this land, I gave you this land because these people are operating wickedly over here. Take America. Nobody likes to talk about this, but I will. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm going to be real with you, people. When the people who founded America was already founded. Think about Jerusalem and Israel. It was already some people there. But what happened? God kicked those people out. Why? Because they weren't living according to his will. They weren't living according to his statute. They was doing all kind of abominations and wicked things in those lands that God gave them. Do you understand? Now let's go to America. You know, I have compassion. I have love for everyone. I'm just doing the math, people. The same thing happened here. Native Americans doing all kind of lawless things, worshiping all types of gods. You understand? Think about that. Scalping people, doing all kind of abominable things. Do you all think God has never changed? Y'all ain't realized that yet? God ain't never changed. God always cleanses a land before he puts you there. I know the thoughts I have for you. I go to prepare a place for you. Now take that in the physical realm. I go to prepare a place for you. Let me pause for a second. I will continue.